Manipulative tactics used by people with addiction. Addiction is a powerful force. It can control people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. People with addiction will often use manipulative tactics in order to get what they want. What are manipulative tactics and why are they used by people with addiction? Manipulative tactics are any actions or words that are intended to control or influence another person's behavior. People with addiction often use manipulative tactics because they feel like they have no other choice. They may be desperate for money to buy drugs, or they may be trying to avoid getting in trouble with the law. Whatever the reason, manipulative tactics are a way for people with addiction to get what they want. If you're dealing with someone who is using manipulative tactics, it's important to remember that you are not responsible for their behavior. You can't control what another person does, but you can control how you respond to them. If someone is using manipulative tactics on you, try to stay calm and assertive. Don't give in to their demands, and don't let them take advantage of you. What are some of the most common manipulative tactics used by people with addiction? There are many manipulative tactics that people with addiction use in order to get what they want. Some of the most common ones include lying. Individuals with substance use disorder will often lie about their drug use, their whereabouts, and their activities in order to conceal their addiction from others. Manipulative behavior. Individuals with substance use disorder may try to manipulate others into doing things for them or giving them what they want. They may use guilt, manipulation, or even threats in order to get what they want. Isolating themselves. Individuals with substance use disorder may isolate themselves from family and friends in order to avoid having to deal with their addiction. They may also isolate themselves in order to have more access to drugs or alcohol. Making excuses. Individuals with substance use disorder will often make excuses for their behavior in order to try and justify their addiction. They may say that they need to use drugs in order to cope with stress or pain, or that they can't help their addiction. Playing the victim. Individuals with substance use disorder may play the victim in order to gain sympathy from others. They may try to make others feel guilty for not understanding their addiction, or for not doing more to help them. If you are concerned about someone you know who may be using manipulative tactics due to addiction, it is important to reach out to a professional for help. Manipulative behavior is often a sign of deeper issues that need to be addressed in order to recover from addiction. How to spot manipulative tactics being used by someone you know who has an addiction. It's not always easy to spot when someone you know is using manipulative tactics. Here are some signs to watch out for. They try to control the conversation. They might do this by talking over you, interrupting you, or changing the subject whenever you try to talk about their addiction. They make excuses. They might say they're not struggling with substance use disorder, that it's not a big deal, or that they can stop anytime they want to. They downplay the problem. They might say it's not as bad as it seems, or that other people have it worse. They blame others. They might say their addiction is your fault, or that their family is to blame. They try to make you feel guilty. They might say you're a bad friend or family member if you don't enable their addiction. If you see any of these signs, it's important to talk to the person about their addiction. Let them know that you're concerned and offer your support. If they're unwilling to get help, there's not much more you can do. Just make sure to take care of yourself and reach out to a professional if you need help dealing with the situation. Spotting these manipulative tactics can be difficult, but it's important to be aware of them. If you think someone you know is struggling with an addiction, don't hesitate to reach out and offer your support. How can you protect yourself from manipulative behavior? There are a few things you can do to protect yourself from manipulative behavior. Educate yourself on the signs of manipulation. This can help you identify when someone is trying to manipulate you. Set boundaries with people. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate from others. This will make it harder for someone to manipulate you. Stand up for yourself. If someone is trying to manipulate you, don't be afraid to speak up and put a stop to it. Get support from others. If you're feeling manipulated, talk to a friend or family member about it. They can offer valuable support and perspective. By being aware of the signs of manipulation and taking steps to protect yourself, you can help reduce your risk of being manipulated. If you do find yourself in a manipulative situation, don't be afraid to speak up and put a stop to it. Remember, you have the power to control your own life and choices. So don't let anyone take that away from you. How can therapy help address manipulative behavior in people with addiction? There are a number of ways that therapy can help people with addiction to address manipulative behavior. One way is to help them understand the underlying reasons for their manipulations. Often, people manipulate others because they feel powerless or out of control in their lives. Another way that therapy can help is by teaching people skills for healthy communication and assertiveness. People with addiction often have difficulty communicating their needs directly, which can lead to manipulation. Learning how to communicate effectively can help reduce manipulative behaviors. Finally, therapy can provide support and guidance as people with addiction work towards recovery. Recovery is a process that takes time and effort. Having someone to talk to can be incredibly helpful. Therapy can provide a safe space to explore the challenges of recovery and work towards making positive changes in one's life. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please reach out for help. There are many resources available to support people in recovery, and treatment can make a tremendous difference.